Start the video at the 4-minute mark? Really? That's good to know. Very good to know. Alright, let's see. I was actually in the mood to do this mission. And all of a sudden she shows up. There must be another detector around here. Oh yeah, if you're, when do I, well, in games like, shout out, yeah, me. When I do well, oh yeah, when I do well in games, okay. Right, I guess you haven't heard of me be getting too, excited about games in a while, have you? Right. That has been kind of rare. Well, let's see. I'm sure you'll get one once I find a couple of people interested in playing, whatchamacallit, the TMT game. Then you'll probably see it. For sure. Because that was basically the main reason why, I'm taking a break from, PSN. But I'd be willing to come back for 2 conditions. Alright, I don't have a way to, drop on the ground anymore. At least I used to. Ugh. Anyway, long story short, things have to happen. First, I have to have my people. Particularly, it'd be great if I could find someone who could play Dragon Quest Heroes. Because that's like my game. That's where everything started at. Everything. Gibana Kadashi Sai. I hope I pronounced that right, because usually butchering different languages is my favorite thing to do, by the way. Did I tell you that? I love butchering languages. Of course, I think it's the developer's fault for picking a difficult name. They could pick an easier name. Easily. They could pick a difficult one. Like, what's wrong with them? Always picking the worst possible names. And they know how difficult it is. Of course, this character I'm with is pretty cool. She's dressed as a Sonic Frontier character. I think I had a stream with her like the last time around. Well, the last stream ago. It was great. Honestly. It was the cutest little thing I've seen. And I'm not usually easily impressed by, like, any cosplay. Because when you've seen a bunch of big boobs, you kind of see them all, you know? Like, do something interesting. And she didn't like my outfit. She thought it was something similar to what Dr. Robotnik would make. And maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll take another gander at that and make a couple of outfits. I mean, there's still going to be pink things because, you know, I have my standards, of course. I'm not going to change them too much because I got excited over somebody's cosplay. My needs come first. At the end of the day. Even if I am in an alliance and stuff like that. But she's a good fighter, so, you know, I stick around her. I mean, she was still average trash. Make no mistake. She was definitely weaker than your, well, she was basically commonplace than your normal, typical, free gear type of user. Who didn't know about these other little nuances at all until I talked to her about it. I might even check her gear too, just to double ensure that sort of thing. Because, you know, I think that was also the case too. Because, you know, just like me, I still think what I'm doing is good enough. Why would I need to change, right? You can blame Fantasy Star for doing that. And in worst case scenario, she's being time gated. Or at least, I'm going to be real here, I'm the one being time gated here. I know what the last item I need, but I have to wait. I kind of sort of have to come here to have the money I need. So once I get my item, oh, it's jackpot season and what it is. I'm going to sell everything I can of the new Drake Keeper. The new Drake is going to make me a fortune. Because that's what I want, baby. She's a PC player. She's able to get us out of here quickly, right? That is a huge ass. At least I got 3 of these Fuchsia something armors. There you go. I'll just put it right here. Yeah, that's it. I bought Nameraka. What the hell's taking her so long? Just start the game. I bought Narmaya skimpy outfit in Grand Blue. Oh right, the totally original game, fighting game. I'll give that game credit for being totally original. A 2D sword fighting game, which you would think I'd be into. But I don't know. When you play Soul Calibur, you think to yourself, every sword fighter needs to be, whatchamacallit. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. There was that sword fighting game that Capcom made. What was it called again? I might have to do that. Excuse me for a second, I have to check something. Looks like I can recheck my stuff now. Let's see. Damn, where did I put all of it at? That... Well, you're moving. Let's see. We're friends? Apparently we're friends. How did we become friends? I don't remember. Maybe this was somebody I met in the past. Perhaps. I did send some people on a goose chase to some extent to, you know, to level up and hopefully be ready to join my alliance. Because I could see myself doing that. Because why not? You see how people are checking out my outfit? They're like, man, them legs or something else. Didn't you say you didn't like it because it was too hard or it was a... Remind me, FightNoid, have you shown... Wait, remind me again, have I shown you my... Ah, well. She showed me the red one, she showed me the black one, and she showed me the blue one. Yeah, I have reconstructed the Gensetsu into a physical battle armor to protect and accelerate my battle capacities. Ooh. That's... Oh, that was cute. And now I can... You're on point. Better make a quick, let's see. Ooh, you're on point. Is that right? What happened? I couldn't type it in? Huh. Ooh, pointy. I have full power of the ancient titans as well as the physical body. We did a lot of yes, I know this looks a little weird here. Indeed, quite pointy. Are any of my friends online? Let's see. I bet one. That's about it. I must eat up all my damn juice talking to her, because there was a lot of role-playing here. Very well. Are you ready for the next mission? Yes. Yes. Yes, haha. The happy surprise. How much time do I have with this woman character? 635. Oh, you! The 27. Let's see how this one. Ugh. Wait, actually, I remember her, and she didn't want to even join my alliance anyway, so she's worthless to me. That is usually the case. Usually. Don't worry, I will get back into fighting games. I really will. I know it seems like I won't, or anything like that, but, and I should technically be done. I just want to be ready. That's all. I just need a certain amount of items to hold on to. I should buy them, really. I really should just buy them getting over with, and then... Alright, this is Super 2. Okay. This will be interesting to try our new weapon. Yeah. I might try to get me stuff a damn keyboard if I'm going to do all this talking. But I'm sure she understands. Talking is kind of a strenuous effort. So me even trying to do it is already like a pain in the ass. So I'll do it if I really have to. I know it seems like I did it a lot. But I have to really be into you. Or be meaningful before I start talking and stuff. Because somebody at Sega thought it was a good idea to... wait, why was it that you didn't like... wow, you know? I have to actually play the game again to find out. I think that's a fair thing to say, right? Tell you what, maybe I'll play Blaze Blues again and figure out why I didn't like it. Because it couldn't be that it was a free game or anything like that. It couldn't be. That's a superficial reason. And it wasn't because of that silly video that said, you know, the game was broken or something like that. You know, I don't usually let that bother me. Unless, of course, it was Super Turbo. Like, Super Turbo was awful to play because the bots were too damn powerful, by the way. I think everyone would agree. And most people fight it with normal people. Because, honestly, I can't remember. Like, not entirely. To be honest with you, it's been a while. Look at that thing, it went down. Alright. Now for that big ol'... Oh, right, this. I gotta pop one of these. The CPU wasn't hard in the game, but it was unbalanced if you pick the top 15 characters. Ah, yes. There is always that whole top 15 type of characters. Why does that seem to keep on happening? See, I don't think Street Fighter has that problem, honestly. Even though players would probably get upset because it's like, damn, I want to do stuff, but I should just have some clear counters, right? Because that's what Marvel 2 was all about, right? You picked the top character and basically you knew what the situation was. And you didn't have to be good. But the less we talk about Marvel 2, the better. Every other iteration before that, okay with. I'm actually low on MP. That's interesting. It doesn't have a problem, but 5 did. Yes. And yet, I keep seeing videos where people say that 5 was a better game. Do people just really want to have matchups that are just really bad and see people try to overcome those matchups? I mean, sure, it's fun to watch. Will we try to turn into a spectator sport? Is that the problem? Street Fighter 6 was a better spectator sport than 6. There's no doubt about that. And 4 was a better spectator sport than 5. No matter how hard it tries. They just say it to get clicks. Yeah, they do. So you have to keep reminding that, you know, we have things called casuals. And not everyone cares about getting top rank. Some people don't even care about getting masters. Me being one of them, by the way. You think I really want to go to masters and be stuck in a rank where a bunch of assholes come and beat the living crap out of me continuously? And I have to switch characters just to get a calm situation? Nah, dude. Believe me, I got my ass kicked in a game that was not even a fighting game. It was Streets of Rage. One guy who just took the game way too seriously in the PvP mode, because, yes, there are death combos in that game. Particularly nasty ones. You can just, off of one hit, by the way. And, you know, there's no way to get out of it, too. You're just basically dead, and that's it. Nothing you can do about it. Whatsoever. But, hey, I guess it's cool, because you learned the combo, and that's about it. Not having to take your turns, and the fight lasting a little bit longer. I mean, nobody obviously wants to die in one combo, but, on the other hand, people love seeing it. Because, again, spectator sport. People absolutely love their spectators. And obviously they can have it. Just like how I can't really see myself going back to 4. No matter who asks me. There's no way I would set foot back in 4. After all these years. After what I experienced. I mean, sure, I'd mess with a charge character if I ever went back to the old school games. If I ever did. Let's see, I'm going to take all of this. Alright. I forgot I was always going to make that noise and make it seem like it's going to be worth anything. Okay, like, sure. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So now I mostly am the winner. Yes, you mostly are the winner. Absolutely. Me? I mean, I'm not saying I don't care about winning all the time or anything like that. It's just I want to have an even fight. Like if I want to challenge myself, I go and play. I go to the lab or something like that. I notice from the fight. Oh, what does she notice? My combo data is lacking. Really? Although the weapon itself is very effective, I like it. Alright. Speaking of combos, yeah, speaking of combos, should test out new EX augment. To give you elaborate, please. To give you an edge over yeah, look at my... let's see if I can explain this again. And she might not know. Communications. Actually, let's look at her style real quick. Because she's your typical run in and clap chat him up. So. Does she have an MP problem? I mean, I know she has something that's great for spamming the same attack over and over again, that's for sure. That's what she has. And she's probably getting her MP back in a lot of other different ways, too. Oh, I should... Let me look at what kind of augments I have. Yeah. Yes. Do you feel like this game is a casual game? No, it's not. The game stopped being casual when you have to look at the fucking, whatchamacallit. When you have to go to a different website to know what you're doing. Like this person right here. Like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. This person is just now giving a shit about EX augments or preset skills and stuff like that. Like, you could just run in there, not giving a shit about anything and stuff like that, and what will you get? Nothing. You sit here and wonder, why am I playing this game mode? Right? It makes no sense. But to answer your question, though, and now she's sitting here thinking like, I never thought about this before. Because you know why? Her fucking alliance is a bunch of assholes that don't care. That's why. And I'll say it to their faces. They don't care about her actual growth. They just assume, or they're afraid to put too much on her that she might walk away. Now, if she'd join us, it'd be a different story. But I'm not going to insult her. I'm not gonna directly assault her like that. Just, I don't know how serious that alliance was. We played before, and we did great. So, I'll give them a slight pass. They were able to do on a 5-man team. But at the end of the day, what does she have here? Truth be told, she didn't have any. She didn't have. Okay, she's actually missing one. But these two are definitely here because I talked to her about it. Hell, this changed colors actually. What the? Oh shit! I just realized something. Yeah. I never checked her armor until now. We have a problem. What is it? I double checked. And some are not up to date. And this is the shit I'm talking about right here. I could make a hour-long bitching and moaning about the casual player in this game right here. Because I'm just now noticing this. Damn it, yeah. A few are yeah, man, seriously. Like, I gotta look back on her armor again so I can just sit here and think about, like, and she's never gonna know because no one's gonna say anything because she's getting into the fights and stuff, and it's a big difference, by the way. A big difference. 56 going down to a 42. Two of them, not one, but two. Now I'm yelling because now I'm looking at her armor. I can't believe I've never noticed that until now. The only someone who actually cared about her development because of fucking... I'm actually going to go back and consider their alliance as a bunch of assholes, really. I'm going to pop the question. If I ever see her again, I'm going to pop the question and be like, listen, has your alliance actually given a shit about you at all? About your development? Do you want to get... Actually, I'm going to ask, do you want to get stronger? Is your alliance helping you get stronger? Do you want to be a part of a family that actually cares about you getting stronger? You and I already have a good bond in this game, and it might be time to say goodbye to you, because this right here, that's kind of proof that you're walking around and none of them have said it. At least with mine, I have an excuse. If anybody wants to say, yeah, I have no DSIM at all to wait. I have no DSIMs. I have no DSIMs at all to augment. What? Can I get decent from the have? Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. Look in all storage. She might be fucked, man. Yeah, look in all storage. She's got to be fucking with me, man. That's a painful thing in life that, that's the case. There's no fucking way you're sitting here and telling me that, you can't get any more armors. The armors are given, yeah, there's no way, no, it's impossible. It's not fucking possible. It did nothing. Yeah, when... When they come locked. Yeah, they come locked. They come locked for a reason. I might do it. I might say something about her alliance. How did your alliance just allow this to happen, by the way? I'd have never let this shit happen to an alliance member. I mean, I would have fucking fired them. I would have sent them on their way, like, get your ass out of here. You can't be saved. So you've got to have them. You've got to have. Somewhere. Yeah, they got to have it somewhere. Wow. I'm not being mean. I'm just, this is the elite stuff that you were talking about, by the way. Yeah, I have checked one of my alts, then maybe. Okay. Like, way to go. I almost got, like, I almost crashed out on her. Almost. I was this close. Because the thing is, those armors are not easy to replace, by the way. That's the thing. The armor, the last generation, replaceable. But here, no, man. They're not replaceable. They are the strongest ever. It takes a long time to replace those wet armors. And you can't just simply just switch. Go to the other armors that I recently picked up, by the way. Oh, no. You're fucked. If those armors are gone all of a sudden. But like I said, she's new to the game, so there's no way she could have gotten rid of them. No real way. I have enough time for one more game of this. I think I need to do the you might need to talk to your alliance type of speech. That's what needs to happen. I didn't want to be like, I didn't want to say this, but seeing your armor, seeing what you were, you know, actually looking at you for a second made me really realize that you behind. You real behind. And your alliance just let it happen. You're telling me they just didn't look at you? You're freaking Sage. They didn't look what was inside of you. They didn't care. And believe me, I was back in the day where we were armor checking people before things happened. Yeah, are you gonna go headbang with some Nickelbacks? I mean, I might be headbanging with her alliance, honestly. I might snatch her out of her alliance, really. I have... Right, this video is all the evidence you need to do it. There are so many different signs, so many videos where it needs to happen because there's no way on earth you could sit here and tell me, like, you know, I could possibly find a loser somewhere here. Let's see. A lot of Force players. 12 AT, I mean, yes, it's a little weaker, but at the same time, they're just trying to get their armor up. Or maybe they already have it. Possibly. Well, I guess some people don't want to take the help right. I mean, some people don't know. Like I said, some people, she doesn't know. She's a casual. You could say stuff, but you think people are going to understand every single thing I'm saying? No way. It's like being a cashier and talking to your employee versus talking to a customer. They're not going to know every single bit of lingo that you're saying. No. There are just some things you say to another fellow employee, and then there's some things you say to a manager, and there's some things you say to a customer. Because they don't even know all that other stuff. You know? They just came here to eat food. And I would think, to some extent, as an employee, I would tell the customer about our deals so she can get a better meal. And maybe come back for more. Not realizing that she has shit armor, too. Imagine if she figured that out on her own eventually. She'd be like, man, I've been this week for how long? And she has to wait until July until replacement get. Let's not think about all the grinding she has to do. Because I don't think she's been grinding as much as I have. She actually can't even go upgrade her freaking, whatchamacallit anymore. She has to stop upgrading her weapon. She has to focus on her armor now. And spend a good amount of money to fix all this. Because she has to beat the 5.5 threshold. Maybe. I have to do some math for her. Maybe she'll be one of my experiments. Like, is there a way that she could just simply, fix this? Is there a fix? But it's such a rare situation, you would think it wouldn't need to be a fix at all. You would think the bitch would be cool by now. Because she's a noob. She's not going to make an effort to remove her armor. It just doesn't work that way. Take a thought about it. Because it's pretty game-breaking. But she's checking her stuff right now. So I'm assuming she has it. I'm absolutely sure of it. Because there's no way. Because it wouldn't add up. There's no way you could just have your armor removed. You probably don't even know how to unlock your armor. If you had to. Because it's foolproof, you see. That's a term too. Something being foolproof so you don't have to worry about that sort of stuff happening. I just realized I don't really particularly need a dodge at all here. Not for this fight. I don't need to block anything. Because we're totally justified for accusing your alliance. Yeah, I'm justified of accusing her alliance of neglect. Suffering from a huge case of neglect. Just okay with whatever. But I'm going to ask the important question first. Are you trying to get stronger in this game? Are you? Because your alliance isn't helping you. And it's okay to identify that problem now. The real stage would never let something like this happen. Even Eggman hated loose ends, you know? Eggman went all out. He expected no expenses for nothing. That's like him being satisfied with, whatchamacallit, Chaos 6. No, actually even worse, Chaos 5. What, because he can fight in the... Actually, he should have been... Wow. I forgot that Chaos 5 was like an aquatic monster or something like that. I mean, put that motherfucker in the ocean and, you know, he might actually beat Sonic. I'm gonna go piss off my friend at work and talk about that. Even though the final form was aquatic too and stuff like that. But think about it. He didn't have all the Chaos Emeralds, so Sonic couldn't pull some bullshit and just get the Chaos Emeralds from him. He'd be an aquatic monster that could can cause a lot of harm at people at sea. And Sonic would have to try to resolve somehow, some way, while dealing with water and not having all the Chaos Emeralds. I'm going to say that to her, by the way. I'm going to make that comparison. It's going to be the funniest shit ever. I'm trying to go to the max here. I got a booster that's going to end soon. None of these things did. Because when this raid thing finally happens, like the actual raid, like when that's coming, you're gonna have to be ready. You're gonna have some good gear. And I was gonna rely on those guys, but I'm gonna start armor checking them, and I'm gonna make sure my people are hitting decently, at least. Everybody needs to have a different EX skill that gives them just a bit more power, somehow, some way. Like, maybe the basic works, but you're gonna have... They're better stuff than that. Realistically. Don't be a pussy. Change your arguments. That's what needs to happen. I hate when that happens. Of course it happens right before it ends, or as soon as it ends. Alright, whoever left was our Tector. Of course they did. Tector left. Why wouldn't they? Of course I ran out of MP. Finally, okay. Whew, got the last one in. Poor girl. I hope she has a solution, or she's as good as dead. I don't know if her alliance is even going to save her at this point. I'm going to just have to break down the bad news, and I might not see her again. I just might. It might just be the end, and be like, I'm sorry, but I'm not saying you let yourself down, but somebody in your alliance should have noticed. Somebody who probably plays better than you should have noticed, checked your armor, or something like that. Anything. Just anything. Because you best believe they're going to armor check when the triggers comes out. They're going to. Oh wow, a Lux Halfinarily. Unfortunately, that's the one I don't need right now. Look how pissed I am. Let's see if Homegirl comes back then. Lively, defend patient, fortified. I mean, maybe I'm being stingy. Bring down, pain down, hysterical strength, camouflage, dazzling, shortest, self-wall, provoke, light attack, fortune, hysterical strength, critical Evelyn, light attack, try, she'll follow him. Oh wow. Goopy. You were gonna be the one. We're just planting the seeds of doubt, really. That bitch looked like she really was trying to get stronger, though, really. It looked like it. It really did. This is apparently a friend of mine. How did I let this happen? And Sage is here. Alright, we'll find out for ourselves. Let's see. Alright, looks like she found them, thankfully. Oh. Great. Great, you're... Did I change outfit? Gotta go back to what I was known for, the FightNoid. Yes. Pink, gold, and white. Maybe my head should be based on enemies from Dr. Robotnik's design. I mean, Dr. Robotnik definitely has a praying mantis somewhere. I'm gonna have to look that up now. And they have EX augments too, by the way. She must have did all that while my back was turned. Let's see. The Performer, Enthusiasm, and Nature. Does she really need those things? I'm just glad she has something. Even though technically she needs to aim for whatchamacallit, photon blast related augments, but you know, one miracle at a time. Now that I think about it, maybe I need to do some more math. Let's see. I see you, friend. Yes, I found them. Phew! Yeah. Yeah. We should be good to go now with all 3 Denson yeah. Your alliance never noticed, huh? Not really, I haven't seen many today. Yeah. Too bad. I'll just say, oh well. In UQ, it doesn't seem to notice we rush pretty effectively until and rages. It could. By the way, did you upgrade? By the way, did you upgrade your battle armor? They seem pretty chill about it as long as the damage is done right. Yeah. But it was not. But it was not. Yeah, but it was not. I mean, conversation for later. I'll put that conversation for later. I've got to go. Like I said, no one seemed to notice it. Well, at least you did, yes. Oh, okay, see you. And I have weekend off. Yeah, I'll do this later.